Alright, am I recording? Yes, I'm recording. I just wanted to say something that's been on my mind this morning. Um, why do all religions get really weird? They all start off innocent, but they just go into weird land, like um, doing secret handshakes and death oaths, and they all start out they all seem to start out nice and pretty, and but they all end up you all end up doing death oaths and weird rituals, and it seems like this is a trend for all religions, is that they all have these weird rituals that aren't normal for anybody to do, for a normal person to do. Like the Scientologists, they believe in Xenu. Um, uh, I guess you could say um, the Christians believe in a guy that can walk on water or can rise from the dead or heal a blind man instantly and heal leprosy, and they always go to weird land. Like even the Muslims, their Muhammad flew off on a flying horse or a flying unicorn to to heaven. That kind of stuff. It always gets weird for some reason. It without fail, all religions get weird. Whether you become a god, have like uh, millions of wives, everybody's pregnant, you're having millions of babies, populating your own planet. Just everything gets weird and gets weird up here when they try to push it in your brain, and your brain's like, that's just too weird for me. I can't get myself to that weird level. And all religions try to do this. Eventually they have this weird step that they don't tell you about at the beginning of the religion. And I don't know, it's all about fucking with your mind and getting money out of you at any way possible. If they can get your mind all confused and scared, and if they can get your mind into weird land, then they think they can extract money from you while you're in weird land mentally. And I don't know. I just noticed this trend of, so if you're going to start in any religion, just know this, that eventually it might get too weird for you. And by the time it gets weird, it might be too late. You may be too far in to get out. you know? You'd be like, oh shit, what the hell did I get myself into? For me, I was born into it all. I didn't know about what the hell people were doing the whole time. I was just a naive kid. I was so naive to what was going on. Well, I kind of knew there was some weirdness going on, but I just didn't really want to know. I didn't really want to know what they were doing. It, I just wanted to shut down into my own world and just ignore what people were doing, what family was doing around me, and I didn't want to know what they were doing. I just didn't want to. I almost wish I didn't know still, you know. But I don't know. It just why does it always have to get weird? You know, even the atheists. believe weird stuff to me, just, I don't know. Like we're evolved from monkeys, primates, and that's just a weird thought too, you know? So anywhere you go, it's weird, that I've noticed. Like you can't win, everybody's into weird stuff. Everybody believes in weird stuff, and they think it's right because they believe it, so therefore it's right. I don't know. They don't care if it's not right for real. If it's right to their mind, I could sit here all day and think that Hugh Jackman is Wolverine, and but he isn't really Wolverine. You know, I could wish that Wolverine was a real person. I could wish that Captain America's a real person, but they're not. They're comic book heroes and stuff. Doesn't matter how hard you believe it, doesn't mean that it's factual. I mean, me thinking that Wolverine is real is just like me believing I can become a god and shit. You know what I mean? It's just this. It's the same kind of fantasy level. It's the same spectrum of fantasy. You know, um, and like Harry Potter. The magic thing, and that's just like Joseph Smith with his magic beginnings, with seer stones and stuff. And it's the same fantasy level that they try to hit you with. And I don't know why they want people to be in fantasy all the time, but it seems like if they can keep people in fantasy and make them all idiots, it's easier to extract money from the people if everybody's an idiot. You know, if everybody's in a fantasy world, or I don't know, it's easier to extract money out of them. That's what I've learned. Keep them dumb, keep them fighting over each other and for pennies, and then extract while extracting money from them. So that's how I think. I know. I don't know. These wealthy guys in the world know this. They know how to manipulate the people and extract money out of them. They just keep us dumb, keep us watching television, keep us, you know what I mean? Keep us watching sports, keep us watching whatever. Distract us, distract us, distract us. Here's my money, here's my money. Take my rights away. Here's my money. You know, I don't care. I think I'm happy, but I'm not. You know, I don't know. Just stay away from weirdness. That's all I'm saying. If it seems weird to your brain, it probably is weird to your brain. It's probably too weird for normal human, a normal human being to be involved in. Just my opinion. Stay away from the weirdness and the weird rituals, and just be yourself. Just fucking be yourself. Even if everybody fucking hates you, just be yourself. Even if your opinion is different than everybody else's, fuck it. Just be yourself. Because sometimes you will be a loner in your viewpoint. Because most people want to be in a group. Most people want to be part of something bigger than themselves. Most people can't really stand on their own with their own beliefs. They have to be part of a group. Like in politics, Republican, Democrat, they have to be in a group. They can't really be in an individual, it seems like. And that's the real goal, is to be an individual. Um, and it's not easy to do, especially if you were raised in a religion of oppression your whole life. It's not easy to get confidence to be your real self and to think that you can, I don't know, live on your own without a crutch. You know, just my opinion. But Anyways, stay away from the weirdness. Stay away from the rituals. It ain't gonna help you in the end. You'll end up like me. You end up in counseling. You know, you'll end up in counseling. And you may end up on psych meds. And you may end up, you may end up in because let's be honest, like most religious views are viewed as crazy. Like you're a crazy person if you believe these religions to be factual. I mean, there's crazy people locked up thinking they're Jesus right now as we speak, you know, or thinking they know Jesus or thinking they talk to Jesus or, you know, as we speak, they're locked up. So just keep that in mind that I don't know. Stay away from weird land. You could end up in therapy. For sure. You could end up in therapy. For maybe the rest of your life. I don't know. I don't know how long it takes to fix the brain from all the brainwashing and all the programming. And I'm not sure how long it takes to fix it all, but it takes a while. It takes a real long while. And people don't tell you how hard it is. People won't people won't be honest with you. The Bard was honest. Sir David the Bard was honest about how long it takes and how hard it is to break off a cult, break off from religion. Um, because all religious organizations are cults, basically. They all do weird shit. They all do weird rituals. It's cult activity, in my opinion. All of it. Um, if you're doing rituals, you're in cult activity, in my opinion. But people argue with me on that, but I don't know. The best road to go down is the road of reality and trying to connect with reality. Um, because in religion, you're not connected to reality. I mean, they do that on purpose. They try to keep your mind in fantasy land. Oh, I'm on a pathway to become a god. I'm on a pathway to become perfect. I'm on a pathway, but in reality, you're getting worse and worse and worse. You're getting abused and abused and abused. You're losing money, you're losing money, you're losing money. You know, people don't get the pattern. There is a pattern. There's a constant repetitious pattern to brainwashing and money extraction at the same time. There is the similar repetitious. That's why you learn the same lessons over and over. Without fail, if you go to a church, you've heard that lesson before, you know, whether it's in your youth or 2 years ago, whatever. You've heard all the lessons. You know all the stories. You know all the Bible stories. You know all that crazy stuff. It's repetition. That's what you have to break out of. You have to break out of that cycle, that hamster wheel that they got your brain in. And that's what counseling helps you do is break out of that hamster cycle in your head that they got you in of oppressing you and making you feel guilty all the time and make you feel not worthy all the time and make you feel not perfect all the time. And I don't know. Just stay away from the weirdness. Just stay away from the weirdness. It's the better road in the end. Trust me. All right. Eventually, I'll get to that non-weird land of reality totally and just be, but I still struggle, you know. They brainwashed me pretty good. I mean, I was born in that shit. I was born in that hell. I was raised in that hell. I was surrounded by hell. I was surrounded by wolves. I was surrounded by snakes. I was surrounded by brainwashed people. I was surrounded by cult people constantly. And I didn't even know it. You know, that's how good they disguised it all, And now it's just, it blows my mind that I was right about the whole thing. When I was a kid, I'm like, this doesn't seem right. This book that they have has Bible verses copied into it, copy and paste. There's something wrong here. That's the way I thought as a kid. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense early on, and it doesn't make sense now. You know, it's just, if it doesn't make sense to your natural brain, then get the hell away from it. you know, it's toxic, it's poison. It doesn't matter if everybody is locked into it. It's better to stay away and just get healthy. You don't want to be in the pit with everybody else. You don't want to be in that pit with everybody. With it's like being in a locked pit. Being in a cult is like being in a locked pit mentally, and there's no sunlight to reach at the end. You're always constantly trying to get there, but you never get there. It's a never-ending road to nowhere. So I don't know. I just felt like saying something today about it and getting it off my chest, and I don't know. You will get better. You will get better the longer you're away from it. Your mind will think more normally. Your thoughts will be more normal. Um, you'll start thinking for yourself a little better. You'll be a little stronger um, against these people. Because I've never had the strength to battle these people. Yeah, I've always lost. I've always been surrounded by the cult people my whole life. The only way I'm going to win is with counseling. That's the only way I'm going to win, to get me strong enough to fight these demons or wolves or businessmen away from me, so I can live a real life. For whatever reason, it's been my fate to be around these people, to be born in this operation. Um, it's been my fate to be around it and to battle it psychologically, battle it. Um, it's been my lot in life. And sometimes I think that it broke me, but there's a part of me that isn't totally broken yet. There's one part of me that they didn't kill. That's still myself. That's still that good person that they tried to destroy, but they couldn't, because I protected them. I protected the good person I know that I am, underneath all that brainwashing, underneath all that gaslighting, underneath all that Adam, you're crazy, Adam, you're mentally ill, Adam this, Adam that, Adam whatever, you're not doing the cult rituals with us, so you're nuts. Um, Deep down, no matter what they said, I knew I was a solid, good person underneath underneath it all. I was just protecting myself through it all to survive it all, because if you're not born in it, you don't understand what I'm talking about. If you're born in it and you know that it's bullshit early on, and um, you're abused physically early on or mentally early on, because it's all psychological abuse. It's totally psychological abuse. They try to take your self-esteem right away. They want you to have no self-esteem. They want you to have nothing. And they think that you having no self-esteem is a sign of humility. Fuck no. That's bullshit. That's fucking that's fucking bullshit. No self-esteem is no self-esteem. You know, you can't live with no self-esteem. You'll be controlled by that operation forever with no self-esteem. Oh, God wants me to be sad and with no self-esteem, but that's humility. That's bullshit. That's total bullshit to get money out of you. Total bullshit to control you and get money out of you. I'm so mad about it all, you know. I just don't think God is part of this. If there is a God, there's no way he's part of this. There's no way he's part of any religion. No way.